Hit record on my own. What's up, Jesse?
What's up, dude?
How are you, man? How was the event?
That was epic, dude. Salt Lake was killer. So had a good time. Good to see Brandon and have some time with him. When we're not doing the training part, but now it's good and had a personal trip. So I truly took spring break and took a week off, and now I'm jazzed and I'm excited. Got that little condo locked up and closing on my birthday next Friday, April 3rd.
Hell yeah. What are you gonna do with it?
I was so torn. I'm like, I could probably get a 20K rip. I got the guy down to 135, but the tenants are going to be there because he served 30 days notice. So I've got a little risk. I'm taking them on for, I think I've got them for like 10 days. So I told him I'm holding 5K back at closing. And if they delay the move out any bit whatsoever, I'm taking the 5 grand and it's in the contract. So he's cool with it. But yeah, no, I just at 135, I've run all my numbers. We're going to do counters, appliances, the vinyl, wood plank flooring in it, paint. All my trades have given me numbers. I'm in this for 15, not a nickel more. So I'm into it for 150 with holding and sale costs. I'm like 158. All my comps are 215, 220. And I learned on this one when we got the title work, he didn't even know this. It's got two garage spots, which no, there's not a comp that's sold with two garage spots in the last 3 years. So I think that we could push 220 on it. So I had to take it on. I'm like, I got a solid 50K, I think, without really freaking out. So I'm going to take it on for a 50K rip.
Cool, man. You just gonna buy and resell it?
Well, I'm gonna, yeah, buy it, renovate it, but I mean, I'll have it to market within 3 weeks. I mean, this is the easiest project.
Hell yeah. How
So
long do
I
you
think
have to how long do you have till you close on it?
I close next Friday.
Okay. Now this is a risk, but it's just that something for y'all if you ever do this. I do it if it's not like major stuff, but like
Uh,
I'll um like if they're halfway ready, I'll get an attorney in fact on a property and I'll start marketing it before I close. Like on the MLS. It's always saved me a lot of money. I'm not saying to do that, I'm just saying
right.
if it's ever a good situation, it saves you a lot of holding costs.
No,
People
that's
usually
that's pretty badass. I mean, I think with the tenant for a week, I'm in for 2, maybe 3 weeks. I'll be back to market in 30 total. So first weekend in May is the target.
cool.
And I mean, time of the year is good. So, a couple weeks on market, close it by, worst case mid June. So I'm into it for basically 10 weeks all in.
Cool, man.
So I got to go for it. And I got another one while I was down in Oklahoma. I'm meeting her tomorrow, but she owes 800. It's in a gated country club out on the west side of town. My comps are 1.4 to 1.6. So I'm like, what am I looking at for 800? So I'm meeting her tomorrow. See if she wants to do cash off market, list it, flip it. So I mean, it's got 600 in equity potentially. So I'm pretty fired up about that one.
Cool, man. Well, you got it going on. Um, Before I get through, like go around everybody, I've got a deal that I was stoked to buy. I'm not going to buy it now. It's a mobile home park, but I want to show y'all why. If I don't know how many people I have in here right now on this call that are interested in that. Is it something y'all want to see? You do? Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll just show y'all real quick. I won't spend a ton of time on it, but it's super important because it tripped me up. So I know if it tripped me up, it'll trip some other people up. I almost sent a contract on this because I was so excited about it. So I use ChatGPT, I use Claude, I use all the stuff, you hear all the crap. I just use them for tools. I had the T12, which is the last 12 months. You can't see it here, but it doesn't matter. I can pull it up, but it doesn't matter. I'll show it to you in a minute. Last 12 months of rents, expenses, all the stuff. And then I wanted to see, I was like, I'll buy it at a 10 cap because it's next door to the park that I'm buying and it's really lucrative for me to do that to expand the park. Um, but then I got to looking at it, and they only have like their NOI is 110,000. They only have 10 units in a house. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. I was like, send me a breakdown. Like, do you have mortgages or anyway? They're doing like rent to own, so they're like double dipping. But and tell me if I'm like not making sense to y'all, but when you underwrite this kind of stuff, parks at least, it's based off of lot rent. All right. So like, well, it's small. I'll show you in a minute. It's based off of lot rent. All right. So like I put them in here and I was like, hey, go ahead and summarize this for me just to see what I'm missing. And it actually made me a sheet here, which is cool, which is something else I wanted to show y'all when you go to underwriting these deals, because it really doesn't take that long. Like it broke it down for me, gross revenue, net NOI, which they said. And then it tried to give me, it was like, hey, at a six cap, seven cap, eight cap, these are the values. So like this looks like a smoking deal at 1.1 to the normal investor. Because like I can get it at a 10 cap. And this is like what valuations Claude was saying that, I should put it on. And then a bunch of jargon. I'm like, well, I'm going to push back a little bit because I want to look at it from the lot rent perspective. I was like, hey, banks favor lot rent, not mortgages. So then it runs the lot rent for me. And it's like, well, crap, you're right. Lot rent is only 34,000 less expenses. So, if you're trying to get this at a 10 cap, which I told them I came back and said I'd give them an 8 cap, but a 10 cap at 34,000 is 340,000. And so now like they want 1.1 because total NOI, does this make sense to y'all? Total NOI is 110,000, but most of that's notes that they're holding on old mobile homes. So the land really is worth somewhere around 34,000 a year, which is $340,000 in commercial terms. Um, long story short, and then I'll go over this. Long story short, I ran a bunch of different models. I was like, okay, how about this? This is how parks are really evaluated. I was like, I want to be fair to these people. Go ahead and tell me what an 8 cap. Used to I do as a calculator. It's pretty cool. We got AI. I was like, hey, tell me what this would be. The land would be at an 8 cap. All right, I'll give them 8 instead of 10. And they're like, okay, 431. I was like, okay, well, since they're doing rent to own, these aren't true notes. They're just glorified rentals with a percentage rate. And so I was like, actually, show me the depreciated value. And I asked him what kind of trailers he had, and I put it in here. I was like, show me the depreciated value of the homes that are out there. And they're like this. And I'm like, okay, so total purchase price should be 600,000, not 1.1. But like this would really kick somebody's ass. And it almost, I want to say almost, it wouldn't have, but like first glance, I'd already told my assistant to write it up for 1.1, but not to send it until I got to dive in. So, anyways, did any of that make sense? Was it clear as mud? Yeah, y'all get what I was saying? Yeah, no.
So you can't use any of the rent on the mobile homes.
All right, so that's why I wanted to go over this real quick because if it's something y'all are interested in. So, no, lot rent is all that you're getting. Like, say you go to a bank, they're going to look at lot rent. Well, these people are smart. So they're like, well, we did a rent to own. So the bank's not going to look at them like rentals. I'm like, okay, I get it, but they're not going to look at them like notes. They're going to still look at it like depreciated trailer value, which they didn't argue. So like, what's the trailer worth and depreciate the value and then add that to the mobile home lot rent. So that one kind of threw me for a loop. But and I'm kind of it sucks I didn't get it, but it is what it is. Anyway, I wanted to go over that with y'all. But Brett, how's everything with you, man?
We're going all right. Um, just picked up I think a couple new ones that seem like they're going to be really good. Um, there is what is it? There's a place right outside of San Antonio, and I say right outside, I think it's like 30, maybe 30, 40 minutes. I had told my AC rep to pick it up at either 170 cash or like 220 novation. And he comes back and he's like, I don't know if this is too good to be true. I don't know if they're the owners, but he goes, I got it at 130. And I was like, golly.
Awesome.
So Chris is sending that one out today at 175. So that even, even if we get half of what we're hoping to get on that one, like it's going to be a pretty good deal.
Oh yeah.
Um, so I don't know, picked up a few new good ones, cut loose some old ones. Um, I don't know, just keep rocking and rolling, I guess. Just keep stacking the deals up.
Yeah, I think that's important what you said is cutting the old ones. It's like the stuff that we don't that not hard deals, but you know what I mean? Like get rid of stuff that's just draining energy.
Yeah, that's exactly it. There's like like that Latasio one that I
Yeah.
had, the lady had you call, that's one of them. I think I'm just, even if, I don't know, I think even if we were finally able to come to terms on like a sub two, the type of seller she is, she's gonna back out or do
Yeah.
something sketchy or whatever.
Yeah.
There's another one recently where house is like, it's a tear down,
Yeah.
and somehow we even got an offer like basically right at our asking price. And when I asked her if we could just even get down like 10 to make it a 10 grand deal, she's like, no, I don't think, like, I like just these sellers. I'm just like, you should be like being extremely grateful for the deal I was able to get you on this house. And
Yeah.
so ones like that, we're finally cutting loose, and then just focusing on putting more deals up. So
That's
it's been,
cool.
it's been, yeah, it's been good.
The deals you're getting, are they from Meta?
Yep. Still from Facebook. Yep.
Yeah. That's cool.
Um, I have a few property leads that are still set to close, but there's some that are still like with the tax situations. So
Yeah.
I don't even, I'm almost thinking about cutting those ones loose too, but they're like right there. And so they're just kind of,
Yeah.
what we can do.
You know, I wish I'd have
Um,
never cut my Meta off. When I look at the stats, like I'm like, that's pretty stupid. So we turned it back on, actually, like all
oh
the
yeah.
automations and everything. I was like, it's kind of stupid. Like I put it on for like $50 a day right now. We got like 5 leads yesterday. It's like it's stupid not to have it on, you
Yeah,
know?
I haven't seen a return just yet from Facebook.
Yeah,
I'm going into my third month.
yeah,
Um, like April, I think April 18th or 20th will be my first month.
yeah,
But we have a ton of contracts right now. Like we have 15 active deals from them. Between some of them we're cutting, some of them we have buyers pending close. I think it'll end up being a decent return. And and with it even, I'm spending 6,000 a month, and I'm splitting half of that with Chris. So like we're getting, I think like 160 leads a month off of that. So I mean, it's been pretty good.
What, 200, was that $200 a day? Yeah,
Yeah, $200 a day. Yep, and really 100 since we're splitting it. And then I'm just able to feed my acquisition guys like crazy with it too. So it was a I liked that transition. Which Daniel was the one that kind of recommended I do that too.
yeah. Yeah, I like it. That's cool. Yeah, I was looking the other day. I was like, man, we closed almost 200,000 in deals through that channel, and we had 800 leads, which isn't bad. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
like when I say leads, you know how they are. Like there's ones in there like we didn't fill it out. You get it when you run them. So like
yeah,
800 contacts, you know?
yeah, yeah,
I'm like, man, that really isn't bad. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna put that on and leave it forever. You know, like it's just too easy.
yeah. And the cool thing that I'm running into now at the beginning of this year, since April will be like my first full year going full time now.
Yeah,
Um, I'm starting to since I built those systems with automations and everything. I'm starting to get the people from like 8 to 9 months ago that I put in a future follow-up that they just get hit every 30 days.
yeah,
And I was starting to think maybe they didn't work, but like the messages weren't going through
yeah,
because I got like five recently where they're like, yeah, we want to sell now. And you start scrolling through the feed, and I mean, it's like I can go like this, and
yeah.
it just keep going. And it's like the 50th message, and they finally responded, and they're ready to sell now. So I think that's going to get fun when we have the same amount of leads coming in, plus we're getting the stuff from 6 to 8 months ago. So I think that'll be kind of cool to see starting here soon.
Well, and it's funny you said that too, is like We want those like the banger you got today. We want those, but you know how it is. Like you get those every whenever. But it's the leads from like
Yeah.
6 months ago are the ones that you've been working for 3 months. Really, realistically, the ones you've been working for 3 months that you close. Like if you looked at the
Yep.
real cycle, and I think people just don't give it that time, you know.
Yeah. I'm also getting ones where like there was a land deal that we had in Houston, and it was a weird deal where like they closed outside a title, and it's a company called like SWE Home Buyers or something. And they were like crooked as hell. We couldn't get a hold of them. They weren't giving us the paperwork we needed. And they also sold the deed to like three people. So we had to like get everything cleared up. The seller just kept thinking that like somebody told me that you're saying you're waiting on title work because you're wholesaling our property. And I'm like, well, yeah, we are finding a buyer for it. But I go, I told you, one, I told you that. And two, I go, we really are waiting on title work.
Yeah.
Like, I've been on the phone every single day with this damn whatever. Well, we finally get it cleared. And as soon as we get everything cleared, ready to sell, she goes, I took a higher offer. I don't want to go with you guys anymore. And I told her, like, hey, that's not a real offer. It's not going to go through.
Yeah.
Well, she just messaged me yesterday saying she's like, yeah, they couldn't close on it. I'm like, I'm at half of what I was at to start. I'm
Yeah.
like, the way you did us after all the work we put in, I'm like, I'm at half. So might turn into a good deal still now that she's back because she's really desperate now.
That's badass, dude. Good to hear. I'm looking forward to hearing your stats on the. I would just keep, I feel bad because like yesterday in a group that I'm in, I help in, I contribute. Property leads is in there, and a
Hmm.
lot of providers are in there. And like somebody was like, "Hey, I think I suck because I had so many leads and I haven't closed." And then there was a whole chain of people that with the same, we were doing well, and then it just started sucking. Like it was this big thing, right? And then I was like, "It's not y'all, it's the leads." And it like blew
Yep.
up. And like property leads contacted me and like DMing me and like all this stuff, dude. But it just got me thinking. It's so cool to be able to control your own narrative. You
Yeah.
know, it's not like it's not. I mean, it's always going to be, but like at least you're controlling the ad. You're controlling the KPIs. Like you can make the tweaks on your end. So I like that.
I I do have a lead. It's a duplex in Detroit. Um, I'm gonna drop it in the chat. So I almost was gonna tell my acquisition guy just to dead it, but I was like, let me just quick
Yeah.
do a glance at it on PropStream quick.
Yeah.
And this is me probably, well, maybe just trying to force it or I don't know, but there was one thing that I looked at where there's a brand new, it's a same year build, same square footage, it's a duplex, and it looks like they completely remodeled it into like a single family home, and it's selling for 400, or it sold for 440,000 in October, but it's the only thing like that that's been fixed up nearby. So I'm like, maybe I'm forcing it, but the person's asking 90 grand. And if I did like the 20% of a new build
Yeah.
minus our fee, that puts us at like 70,000. So we're like right there if that's the case. But I don't know if you wanted to look at it or not.
Yeah. Check it out. I'll pull up Chris's real quick, and then we'll check out yours.
Sure.
And
Yep.
speaking of time on deals, this isn't a big deal. It's a small deal, but I'm trying to get 40 mobile homes for this park that we got. I need 40 mobile homes. I have to have them because we got to get our investors depreciation. Anyways, I pitched a sub two deal for a lady in San Antonio, and they were like, we'll just let the county take it because they haven't paid taxes in 10 years. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I followed up like the last few weeks because I really want this home. It's a good deal, but I'm not going to buy it outright. Anyways, her whole family just called me and merged me in right before this call. And they're like, we'll do it. So, uh, but anyway, let me pull your deal up here, Chris. Oops.
I
Oh,
just talked to this guy earlier today, maybe about an hour ago,
awesome.
and apparently he's a 70-something-year-old man marrying a 40-year-old woman. And she has a ton of money, and they don't really care what they get out of it. But the bet is if he gets over 602,000, he gets something. He wouldn't tell me what it was. but that doesn't look like the right house.
Okay, maybe I pulled up the wrong.
Unless I put it in there wrong, maybe. I don't know.
1311 Scroggins Lane.
Maybe that's wrong. I don't think that's right.
Okay.
Let me see here.
Yeah, it's let me make sure the right city came up there. Yeah, Waller.
Scroggins, Scroggins, Scroggins.
Yeah.
Well,
These pictures are from 2015. Let me share it again. But we can see if there's anything on MLS maybe.
they had it listed in, let's see here.
All right, let's check it on prop. Maybe I got some more
They
current
had it listed
stuff.
in 21.
Okay, they probably got some better pictures. Let's see.
Yeah, it's got new countertops, some new flooring in certain places. It's a big ass house.
All right, so they had it listed in 21 for 490 expired. Let's check it out. There's the aerial, they got a little pond. It does look better than the pictures on Realtor. All right. 10 acres, you said. Let's check this out. Here's one right here on Scroggins. That's cool. Sold in August, 146 days. It has way less land, but it's a 2006 build, but it's only got an acre and a half, acre and a quarter, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's any stuff with more acreage around here. Just so we can see what land goes for at least. Rural residents.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't verify, but he was telling me land around there is going for 60K an acre.
Okay, let's see. This one is a four. Okay, it's just 3 acres, 1980 build for 480. Just seeing how nice the houses are too with the land. Nothing special. Our house is nicer, I think.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's good news. What is this for 820? 200 days, half the land, 2009. Man, is this dude open to innovation?
No, I
Damn.
picked it to him. I told him we can market it. And he's like, I got a buddy that'll list it. And I just want a cash offer. I don't want to mess with it. I just want to be done with it. He's like, we can do that. I said, I told him like I wouldn't be the buyer. I would market it, put on the market. And he's like, well, there's no guarantee for that. We have to find a buyer. I was like, yeah, I mean, we'll do everything we can to find a buyer and put eyes on it. And if there's a buyer out there for it, we'll find them.
Yeah.
But
It's on the tax roll for 500. Um, dude, I just don't know.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna be honest. Like, I can't really pinpoint a. I know I know stuff sells in the six and eights, but I think buying it's just too risky in the sixes. It's,
yeah,
you know, especially the medium price point Waller. Like, it's probably way down there, I would imagine. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I think the only thing, which is weird, I don't know about the, because there's like $1 million houses over here too. This one, let me just look. Let's see. I went five. Oh, it's 35 miles out. I was like, that doesn't make sense. I'll go 5 miles out. Let me see real quick. I want to find like a 1980s build with a bunch of land, if it's possible. Here's similar land, 2010 build. Oh, it's for rent. Who the hell would rent that for 3,500 a month? I just don't see anything that would be like, hey, this. This is solid. This is. I think the only way to do this one's like a novation, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I just
But you know what you could tell him for something like this is like, well, what if we didn't put it on MLS for now? You
yeah.
know, like I don't know if he's cool with that. But give us like 2 weeks or something, and we'll blast all the agents or whatever. You don't have to go into detail, but like give us like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the only thing.
He said
Sometimes,
he's talking to several investors, but I mean, I haven't gotten into it yet, but I need to be telling like, look, these people are going to tell you all the stuff that they're buying it. No one's buying it. They're
mm,
all like, no one's going to spend that much money on this top property in this area.
yeah. A way that I'll pitch these novations sometimes is I'll just, when it's like this, it's like, look, we can do a 30-day contract, and if we don't have a buyer, we don't have a buyer, it's done. But if we do, then we can extend, for 30 days. That might try it. That'd be something you might try on that one.
Yeah.
Let's check out this duplex in Detroit. Oh, I better share my screen again.
Yeah, and from the Zillow pictures and from what she said, she understands that it's a teardown.
All right, cool. What's her situation?
She inherited it.
Okay. All right, cool. So duplex, this is the one you were looking at. Oh no, you said you saw one for 400. Another
Yeah.
duplex, 184. Ours is a tear down, you said. Let me look at it real quick. Oh yeah. The one right next door. This just looks like you're gonna get jumped.
I know. And well, that was the thing. The one that I seen, I'm gonna pull it up on my screen too. The one that I seen that sold, it was across like not very far, but it did cross a street, and I'm just like, Detroit can be so damn hard to
Yeah.
to comp.
All right, let me see. So this one,
You need
oh,
old Todd.
I know. Todd would know what the hell. Here's the one you're talking about. Oh, it's a condo. Maybe that's not the one.
Yeah, it was a duplex. I'm seeing if I can look it up real quick on my
I
end.
still share my screen. Yeah. This is crazy. There's a lot of activity. Let me check these flip comps. Duplex, they're buying them at like 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. Where's this at? They bought this one for 47. All the flip comps are saying like 30s and 40s, 50s.
It's 5909 Linwood Street.
Legwood Street.
Linwood.
Okay.
5909 Linwood.
Weird. I don't see it there. All right, I'll pull it up manually.
On prop it shows it's a 1905 year build, which is exactly like ours. It's a 3,049 square foot lot, which is exactly like ours, and it's a 1,900 square foot build. Um, and it sold for 447 on 1014.
All right, so it looks like seller was just a normal individual. It was a company that bought it.
And it's also showing it was a duplex. So I don't know if it still is a duplex, but in the photo it looks like it was converted maybe back into a single family or something. So I just only because I just see the one door on the front.
I'm gonna go to RPR. I can still see my screen, right?
Yep.
Sandra, what you got?
Hey, hey,
How's it going?
it's going. All right. I have a lead in Beaumont. It
Oh,
doesn't qualify for a cash deal.
oh, my bad. I thought you were chiming on this one. Let me get
Oh
yours in
no.
2 seconds.
Okay, no problem.
Here's the look. Check this before picture out of this one,
That's crazy. That's
right?
a
Like,
that's I'm like that looks like what we have going on.
right. So what would be cool is, I mean, this is a very particular buyer. So here is, okay, 2023 to 25. Boom to boom. All right, so maybe contact transfer tax on document. This is a quit claim deed. I think they bought this at a tax sale or something. Doesn't say. But anyways, I would contact this team Yagiella or whatever
Okay.
and be like, hey, how much would you pay for this? I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, maybe just, so it's like, hey, well, no. And they might be like,
I,
we'll never, they could be like, we'll never do anything like that again. You know?
yeah, because I was about to just move it to dead, and then I seen that one, and I was like, same year. I'm like, everything's like literally the same. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's the best comp I could find, but it's the only one. So I'm like, I was like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, it might be worth, I mean, that looks like a pretty quick turnaround for something like that. Either that one or, oh no, okay. They sold it back. These are the original people. So yeah, I would contact these people and just see if they're still in the business of crazy miracle work.
Yeah, because she's selling two of them. She's selling two duplexes for
Okay.
90.
Yeah, you might have be worth it. Be worth calling them.
Yeah, yeah, yep,
Worth a phone
for
call and a
sure.
text. And then if it works, great. If not, keep trucking. That's what I do.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Sandra, what's up?
All right. I'm gonna message the address. So there's a property in Beaumont. The rental rates are pretty good. Doesn't qualify for a cash deal, novation, hotel, nothing. Because she owes 51. The ARV, in my opinion, is probably like about 100, maybe a little bit less. But I just wanted to get your take on it. Because remember, you said landlords like deals where the payment is
Yeah.
like half the rental rate. Because her PITI is 650 and she had it rented at 1200. And I researched, I think you can get as high as 1350.
Cool. What's the address?
I thought I put it in the, okay, here it is. It's in the chat.
All right, cool. Let me share my screen and we will get that. And she's open to creative stuff.
Not really, but she really has no choice. So her motivation, she needs 10 grand to move and help her kids in college. She said, I really need the cash. I really, really need it. But this is no good. Like, she's not going to get it with a cash sale. I kind of introduced it to her, but then she said, but I just really need the cash and move on.
Yeah.
But I can make another attempt
All
on
right.
the owner finance end.
Yeah, let's check this out. So she needs 10 grand. That's what she needs. But if she, to get another house, she needs 10 grand to put down?
She said she needs the money for her kids who are in
Oh, for
school.
kids. Right.
Yeah.
The only thing that I like to tell them if we're doing like a sub two or something is like, hey, it might hurt your qualification for the next one. Um, it
Mm.
shows online that she owes 54,000. This might not be right. And so what'd she say her payment was and everything?
PITI 650.
Okay.
And she owes 51,000.
Okay. And she wants 10 grand. So
Yeah.
rents, let's look up rents, rental meter. This is perfect. What year was this? I don't see the year on it real quick. Let me see.
62.
Okay. Not horrible. 1980 or better is better, but it's okay because you can sell this deal and still help her out. Let's just say 1200. Was it a 3-2?
Yeah, one and a half bath.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I just say I'd call her back and be like, I have good news. I think I can get you 10 grand in your pocket. Like I'll handle the logistics if you're cool with that. Here's something cool, Sandra, is like I got told no on a sub two deal for this trailer. It's just a trailer, small deal for the last 2 weeks, but it's because the people didn't understand it and they were scared of it. I kept following up because I understand this. I know when people hear
Mm-hmm.
that kind of stuff, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
it's weird. Like, I don't want to do it. And I'm like, eh. So, like, I know that I need to follow up for 2 or 3 weeks to make them understand. Um, so you might do that. Just plant the seed, not be too pushy, but like, I can get you 10 grand and it's going to stay in your name. You'll get verified that payments are being made, whatever, all the stuff. I can reach back out, next week if you want. But that's definitely the play.
So I did subject to personally many years ago, but it
Yeah,
was me making the payments for me to wholesale it to someone that I don't want to be on the hook if that investor stops making the payments.
yeah.
I don't want to be responsible for that. So how do you alleviate my concern on that end?
Instead of assigning it, you could just charge a fee, like facilitate the deal with a fee, but make sure she's open to it first. Because you're going to go through an attorney to do a subject too.
Yeah. But whoever ultimately is going to be the end buyer, if they don't make the payment,
Yeah, Josh said you can have both sides sign. That's what I'm saying pretty much, Josh, is like just charge a fee for you being the connector.
and then she would just deal with whoever.
Yeah, just be honest. I can get you 10 grand. Why can I get you 10 grand? Because the rent's good and that's what people want. Any landlord that buys that type of house would love that deal and would happily pay you. I would say, Josh, you buy those types of houses, you pay her $10,000 fee. If you're buying more of those, right? Um, I think it's
So they
pretty.
would essentially be paying 20,000,
Yeah,
10 to her, 10 to me.
yeah.
Okay. I just don't want to be held liable
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to contract it. Like the property to purchase. Like you need to have something in place. Um,
what
you
is that?
have some sort of agreement in place, like a promise to or something. I'm not an attorney, but like you can have some. I would personally, I would draft something saying you're going to pay me a fee as a connector, right?
She's gonna
Um,
pay me or the end buyer is gonna pay me?
the end buyer is going to pay you, and yours is like an LOI to her, like a letter of intent to connect the people. Just
Okay.
so like this is just you just make
But
sure
but
it's something she's open to,
but not a
and
contract though.
not a purchase contract. Because
Okay.
you don't want to be on the hook for it. Don't do a purchase contract. Be
Right.
completely
Right.
transparent,
Okay.
right? Just be like, I'm going to be the connector and I'm going to charge a fee to the in person. And are you okay with all that if I can get you the 10 grand that you want?
Gotcha. Okay.
Can you get screwed and them not pay you the fee? Probably. Will they?
Oh,
No, find a good person. If they do a lot of business, I mean, maybe they won't, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't screw nobody. I do a lot of business. Some people will, some
mm.
people won't, but
Would this be something you would buy?
no, I don't. I don't buy any rentals anymore that aren't multifamily or like mobile home parks unless they're 0% interest. I still buy 0% interest deals. So what's our
Okay.
interest rate? 5.5? Yeah. Yeah, I buy like 0% deals still. Like I'm probably gonna buy one next month in San Antonio. But They don't super excite me. They just pay for themselves, and the principal that gets paid down every month go like just pretty much in my brain goes to the bottom line, because it's paying down the principal every month. That's why I have
Right. Okay. Regarding the Facebook marketing, I did many years ago, and I had paid someone to do it. Do you manage it yourself or do you pay someone?
I manage it myself. Brett pays someone a quick tutorial. I had showed Daniel how to do them when they started doing them. Like here is a 3-minute tutorial. Anybody could do them. Okay, they're not hard. Um, let's see. They're not hard at all. Facebook. Hey, Bell. My dogs are running in and out here.
Mhm.
Let's see. Ad Center. You can go to your Ad Center here. Would you want a mobile home outside of Corpus? Yes, I would. Okay. Here's here's an ad I'm running right now. Like say that you want to start an ad. Okay. You just go to advertise and ad center. I wouldn't go to ads manager because it gets super confusing. This is like your super easy way to do this. And you don't want to spend a lot of front if you're going to do it. Maybe like 25 bucks a day, 50 bucks a day, whatever, to get it
Mhm.
like dialed in. Create new ad. Go to, oh man, it should be a lot quicker than this, but it's not loading. All right. It's already doing the automatic goal. Cool. What do you want your ad to look like? Ad text. Just go to ChatGPT. I'm a real estate investor. Make me something that'll catch somebody's eye. I want to buy their house cash or whatever your specialty is. Copy and paste that in here. Button label. I don't want them to follow me. I want them to learn more. I'm going to have a picture or I'm going to have a video here. So like you could just record a video. I have this like camera here. It's like 500 bucks, but it's like really badass. It's I forgot what it's called. Anyways, or you just take your phone and just be like, "Hey, Sandra, buy houses," you know, whatever. My ad says that I'm not going to pay retail. I'm not going to be close to retail. You're going to get a lot less if you click on this ad. All this stuff because that's the avatar I want.
Mhm.
Learn more, your website, um, and then Advantage, leave the Advantage Creative. That's their thing, doing their thing for you. Special ad category, click that on because it is housing. So you don't get flagged. Audience, who should see your ad? I put the places I want. So I put every metro in Texas and 15 miles out. And then, bum, bum, bum. And then your budget, do like 25 bucks. So you get it set in place. 50 bucks, whatever. And then you can go into your CRM backend and connect it. There should be like do you have GHL?
Yes.
You just go to like GHL automation, I think. Oh, you know what? You just go to, not your automation. Settings, integrations. That's the word I'm looking for. And you can integrate all your stuff here. Facebook, you can connect it. This particular account isn't connected if I go to, I have a lot of accounts. This will be recorded, so if anybody wants to try this out, it doesn't take long. See, this one's connected, right? Boom. Auto sync, and then like you go to manage, and then this is cool because this stuff does it for you automatically these days. So like all the new lead, like sync new leads, cool. Update and continue, go through the steps. Everything's like so easy now because it does it for you. Used to all this was manual. Um, you can even here's what's cool too. I won't spend too much time on this because it's kind of nerdy, but like if you don't even if you don't have somebody like that does GH on your team, you can actually like go to automations. I built this with like ChatGPT whenever I started my new campaign. So I want to try it out. You can just be like, hey, build me an automation in GHL. Um, and it'll build, you could just copy and paste it into the AI. Here, there's an AI section.
I think it's the bottom one, build with AI or something.
Oh crap. I don't know. There's an AI section somewhere here. That's not it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Brett. There's like an AI section. You just copy and paste it, and you can build an automation. You know, meaning it'll say like when the my deal is like they have studies on this. It's not me just talking about, but it's like if you contact the lead the first, I don't know what it is, a minute, 2 minutes, or whatever, your chances are however much more of getting the deal. So like right when the lead hits any of our sources, they get a text, and then like I don't know however many minutes we've tested it, 15 minutes, it's like, hey, did you get my text or whatever? But you can build an automation like that and just test it for like cheap. Facebook, build a quick ad and test it, if you wanted to do
Mhm.
it yourself.
Right. Okay.
I
Cool.
don't know. I don't know if that was too much, but like
I'll go back to the video.
it's it's super easy once you get into it. So cool. Let me know if you need help with that seller finance deal. Like if you do get her to agree and you
Hmm.
need help with it, like we could probably help you dispo it or whatever and do it the right way so nobody's on the hook.
Okay, cool.
Really like our job's like to connect people. And then like you either get with people that like know how to do the stuff or like get with attorneys. But if you just think like I think a lot of the technicalities might like hold a few people back. It's like if we could connect the two dots, we can make the rest work out. We can figure that out.
Hmm. Okay.
All right, let's see. Brett, you got one in Fort Worth here. What's up with this one, Brett?
So th this one I have under contract. Um, it's going to be a novation,
Cool,
but I wanted to see if I w went about it the right way or to about what price I'm going to list it at.
cool,
Because it
cool.
was really hard because the days on market are really high in that area. And so I just tried to really undercut everything. The neighbors just sold at like 580. Um, days on market were like 220, but what I tried to do is go back to look at their last price drop down to the 580 and then see how long it sat on market once it was price reduced. And from there it sold in like 90 days. So I thought if I listed up mine at like 549, mine has a pool and it's a little bit bigger than theirs. And I listed it like 30 grand cheaper I tried to set expectations with the homeowner like I still think this is going to take 60 to 90 days, or I don't know. Maybe I underpriced it. I don't know. She thought I was crazy when I told her the number, and I'm like, look, do you want this thing sold or not?
This is interesting because you're right. Like people start mid sixes. This one's on the market a year and a half, and then they finally sold
Yeah.
in a month at 550. That's this one. What is
Oh, I don't even know if I've seen that one.
Yeah, this one like which is pretty badass garage, similar kind of layout, weird ass kitchen. All right,
It,
this is pretty similar, right? Like, what's the? Let me look at this. Like, they're both kind of ugly. I mean, they're
I
they're
can't.
not. You know what I mean? Like, just like old.
I don't think I see your screen right now, or maybe I got something wrong.
Oh, my bad, dude. I was doing all the magic. All right, let me go back. All right, so this one is about 8 years newer. Yours is about 500 square feet bigger. This one sold for. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong. Sorry. Let me go back. All right. This one is yours, 12/1/29. This one sold just in February for 550. It took 499 days. About the same square footage. You had a bigger lot, same year. All
Was
right.
that the neighbor's one?
The neighbor, yeah.
Okay, that I think that's the one I was looking, and then I was trying to see whenever they price reduced it.
All right. So right here, it's pretty interesting. They actually they went under contract at 579 and went down to 550, but they didn't get any traction on it until they went down to 579. Then they ended up settling at 550.
Okay.
But within a month, once they hit the right
Yeah.
price point, it was like a month.
Okay, so that's exactly what I was trying to compare it to. Well, that's what I was trying to tell my homeowner was like, because she wanted to list, she's like, no, I think I got to be at 625. whatever, like because that would have made her walk away like 510 with novation or something.
Yeah.
And I offered her 485 so I could list at 549.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
And I was like, look, I would way rather underprice it to try and get more action than list it just a little bit higher and be playing a catch-up game trying to price drop it.
I,
Um,
I think you're better than the realtors over there.
okay, that I wasn't sure. I was like, I think I have it priced pretty dang close. And then my follow-up to that was going to be, so like they're upstairs. Her son is living up. There's just one bedroom up there with like a den kind of. It's kind of cool, but he's like got the gaming chair, and I'm trying to tell them that they got to get it cleaned up, and it kind of smells like pot up there. And I'm like, they're kind of like giving me pushback. They're like, this is why we wanted to go cash. And I'm like, look, the difference right now of you taking a cash offer is like an 80 grand difference. And stop smoking pot up there for a little. I'm trying to word it politely. I'm like, just don't do it when we have the walkthroughs and keep it clean for just a little bit. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if there's a good way to have that conversation without offending them. But I tried to tell them politely, like, just keep it clean for like 2 weeks, at least the first showing, because I think we could potentially get a really good offer on like the first like a I don't know open house slash we get at least 5 people interested and walk them all in at the same time. Um, but
I learned
that's
this from like an older dispo guy. He'd been in the game like 40 years. And he was like, hey, disclose all the bad stuff, right? Up front.
yeah,
So like what
mhm,
I would tell your realtor is like, hey, go ahead and tell everybody it smells like pot, right?
yeah. And it's
And
just
then
the upstairs. Like everything
yeah,
else is fine. It's just when you go up to his little gaming room and everything, and that's like the only. The rest of the house is empty because they thought they had it sold,
yeah,
and so they pretty much had everything moved out. So there's like 4 empty bedrooms. It's just the upstairs is kind of nasty, and then like she's got like workout equipment in her bedroom, but that's like the only kind of like clutter, I guess.
yeah. I think, people that do like they're not going to change. You just piss them off. I
That's
would
what I'm
just,
getting to.
yeah,
Yeah,
I would just tell the realtor, like, make sure you, because I think it's funny because it's not a big deal because like a lot of people are like, oh, it's not as bad as they told
yeah.
us. So I think you'll be,
Okay, because I'm getting to the point like I just want to walk people through there, and then like because of the clutter or whatever, you miss on a potential person, especially in the market we're in right now.
yeah,
And so in my head, I want everything to be perfect. Like that's how I keep my place. I want like be able to
yeah,
lick food off the ground and it's so clean. And I
yeah,
know that's not really realistic. And she's like, "Man, we're living in here, and I'm a little bit older." And I'm like, "You're right." I'm like, "I'm gonna chill out." I'm like, "I think we got it priced good."
yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if
It's price
that's
badass.
yeah. Okay, that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, dude, I agree 100%. You got it. If you ever need a realtor out there, I got a badass one. Oh, you live out there, so you probably got good ones.
I'm actually using it's kind of like a flat fee, but not. It's
Oh,
top
that's right.
brokerage.
Yeah,
Yeah, they charge me a 0.5%, and then they handle all the calls and everything for me too and walk through. So
that's badass, dude. Hell yeah. Cool,
cool.
dude.
Thank
I
you.
like it. You'll move that one. That's cool. Did you get that one on Meta too?
No, that was a JV deal. Somebody just messaged me and they're like, "Don't you live in Fort Worth?" And then I was actually bored. I've been stuck in my house for so long. I was just like, I drove out to and did it in person.
Yeah, sweet.
Yep.
Awesome. Good old social media. Let's see. Mike, you got one in Missouri. I was just in that place.
I
Good,
know
good,
you were.
good seeing you, man.
Yeah, it was good to see you.
Oh yeah. All right, let's
This
see.
one's this one's kind of funky. It's a seller finance, but it's a I don't know if it'd be like a hybrid. She still has a mortgage on it. So that's the reason I'm bringing it up, is because I don't know.
Awesome. Let's check it. And before people start falling off because it's getting close to time or whatever, Casey, Casey's coming on the next call. So make sure you're here. He's built like a $500 million portfolio. It's good to talk to those types of people. Anyways, all right, let's check this one out. What is this? Is that like a river? Or,
That's the Lake of the Ozarks.
oh, okay.
So it's on the lake. Um, 0% interest, $1,000 payment a month. She pretty much just wanted us to make the payment. So,
Okay.
and I guess her husband died, and her and his mom were on the deed, but his mom doesn't want anything to do with it. So they want to, I don't know why they want to keep the mortgage in place. She doesn't want to pay her, so she wants to keep the mortgage in place. But
So there is a mortgage. There is a mortgage or there isn't?
there is, it's like 80,000 left
There's
on it.
80. Okay, so there's 80,000 on the mortgage. What is the existing mortgage like? What's the interest rate and payment?
The payment is $1,000 a month, and that's just what she wants. And she's been paying it for the last 3 months. So she wants me to just pretty much pay her, and then she's going to make the payment. But my question is, a wholesaler sent this to me, and
Okay.
he sent me the contract, and I said, well, I'm like, what's the protection that I have if she forecloses on it, or if she doesn't make the payment and I'm paying her, and I go in and I fix it up because I'm going to keep it. Like,
So you
as
can so you can set this up through an attorney that does these. So you want to buy this sub to because are you pay, is there another payment or is just take it over and that's it?
well, it's taken over for 190,000.
Okay,
So
she
there's
wants
a
another
hundred.
100. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
She wants another 110,000, right?
correct.
Okay, and what does she want for that?
Nothing. 0% interest. She just wants $1,000 a month coming off the principal, off the 190,000 every month.
So but right, does she for the 80,000, she's paying 1,000 a month though, or did she tell you
Yeah,
what?
yeah. She's paying 1,000 a month. So it's pretty much what's happening is I'm gonna pay her $1,000. She's gonna take that $1,000 and make the mortgage payment. And then for 10 years, we have to renegotiate after 3 years according to the contract. But
Yeah, so I
um
like this kind of stuff, dude. This is a cool structure. So you can, so like, I don't know what this is worth or whatever. I can't tell with the comps. Let's just say 250 maybe. I don't know. I'm sure you know
so
better. Yeah.
so the realtor, it was a realtor that sent it to me. Um and he said once you fix it up, it's worth 340,
Yeah, but right now, what's it worth? You think?
230.
Yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. We're 230. She wants 190, whatever. So you purchase for 190. So you pretty much so you just you buy it sub two and you aren't paying anything on the extra. Like she doesn't want anything, which you can put something in there if it makes you feel better. You can get an attorney to structure this, but it's sub two. I wouldn't leave it up to her to make the payments. Because you're actually buying it sub two, so you get like the power of attorney and like all the credentials and setup and all this stuff, so you can make the payment. And then like there's like a third party servicer you can use that'll like alert you and her and stuff when payments are made or missed or whatever. There's probably an attorney local to you that is there an attorney that does sub two near you? That like
I don't know. I haven't. I'll reach out to Daniel and find out. I'm sure he would
yeah.
know.
Yeah, and if not, post in the realtor groups or investor groups. Find out who everybody uses for sub two. There is an attorney there that does them because they make good money on them. But have them structure it for
Oh,
you.
so let me ask you this: could we fill out a deed of trust and hold it in escrow until 3 years if we refinance it or whatever,
You
or
do whatever
sell
you
it?
want.
So, but would we have to go the sub two route that way, or can we do
So
this like
that's
hybrid type deal?
you can do that because you don't want like a. I'm assuming you're saying that because you don't want like a due on sale or anything. Like you want more of like an executory kind of setup, like you just want to put it all in place with the legal paperwork, but you don't want to file it.
Correct.
You can
Like,
do that. Yeah.
yeah, just to keep it from the mother-in-law so she doesn't. necessarily. I mean, she's gonna know it's sold, but she's not gonna know that it's sold for whatever. She's
You
not
can
gonna be
do
making
that.
any money.
You definitely need an attorney to structure this that knows what the hell they're doing. But yes, you can do that. You don't have to file the paperwork.
Okay.
I mean, people
Yeah.
do that on sub twos too. You know what I mean? Like they'll just kind of hold it in limbo. It's all done, and maybe they just don't. They're scared or whatever. But yeah, that's definitely get an attorney. But that looks like, I mean, pretty cool deal.
Yeah, it's a different one, that's for sure. So and it's a good
Um,
deal, I think. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
I think.
not a banger, but
Yeah, I wish you could get
like I
her
said,
lower. I wish you could get her lower on that second lean.
well, like a cash, I had her at like one. So the guy, it's a funny story. Me and this guy, I assigned a bunch of deals to his buyers, but he somehow got the same lead. I got this lead from Property Leads, and he's been working with the lady for 2 months. So when she called, I'm like, yeah, I can't do. She wanted 220 or whatever. I think I came in at 170, and she was like, yeah, I'll take that cash. And then she sent me the pictures, and I saw my buddy in the picture. I said, oh, I'm just calling you because saw you in a picture that was sent to me today. He said, oh, was it that property down at the lake? I said, yeah. He said, well, I said, how much work does it need? Blah, blah, blah. We went through all that. Well, the next day he's like, I'm going to lock that up. I said, I bet you are, you jerk, because I called you on it.
Yeah.
Because he was at like 225 or something like that. He's like, I can't make it work. I didn't tell him I was at 170, but
Yeah.
so he ended up locking it up, 0% interest, all that stuff. So, and assigned
Cool.
it to me for 5,000, whatever.
Yeah. I think you can make it work. Just get a good attorney that does the stuff so you get it all set up right. I mean, anything's possible, right? In real estate, just as long as it's lawful. So like
Yeah,
if
and
you
that
can
was my worry.
you know, but that's why like on that kind of stuff I use, like we have an attorney here in Texas that I use. It's a Tipton law firm. Like if I get anything
Mhm.
like that, they'll be like, "You're being stupid. Like we got to do it this way or whatever." But that's why I like to use them personally because that's what they do.
Yeah.
But I could tell them exactly what I want, what I'm comfortable with, and then we could structure and then what they want, and y'all can meet and figure out what's lawful and what'll work for everybody.
Okay. Yeah, I'll reach out to somebody here in town.
Josh, what's up, man?
Not much, just been traveling. Back at it. Starting to make more calls, gonna buy more leads again. And I was testing out Jerry's cold call leads thing for a couple months. They're like dinosaur old. I mean, I'm listening to some of the recordings and they're like, "Oh, we might sell around Christmas." And the lead was like delivered, last week. And I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty sweet." Like, I'm good. So, but yeah, that's what I'm up to, just getting back to it after all the time away. So,
That's cool, man. You need any help with anything? Any perspective on anything? Good.
I don't know. I have a house that I'm trying to sell on a wrap in Victoria, and it's kind of been sitting without much activity. I guess the showings, to prospective
I
buyers by the agent are they're like, oh, it's
know
too
which
high.
house you're talking about too, right?
Yeah,
It's that
that
one
one.
where
So I don't know. I might wind up getting out of that and just, you know, however I got to just to call it done or I don't know. I mean, everyone who wants it has no money, so that's not a good combo either. So I don't know.
Victoria's tough, dude.
Yeah.
That's why we don't.
Now I know that. Now that I've bought the goddamn thing.
My guy tried
But
to lock that up, and I was like, we ain't moving that for crap.
yeah, I mean, I guess it wasn't clear of all the things that were around it from what I did for my research, and that was my error. So live and
Yeah,
learn, moving on. But we'll just reduce it until it sells, and then that'll be that.
yeah. Cool, man. Well,
So
good to hear from you. Let me know if you need anything, bro. And y'all remember on Thursday I got a big intro for y'all. So if y'all can be on that call, it'd be cool.
Cool. Thanks.
Cool. Good seeing y'all. Y'all have a good one.
See.
Later.